Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Big Chat. We're going to discuss all things Big Brother and have a good time doing it.
I'm a badass.
Yes, I am. All right, I am Sport Cat. I want to thank the Parapost Network for allowing us on their channels. As always, Ross from yurgsradio.com has got us live on Yurgs Radio. You can flip over to yurgsradio.com and listen there. And we're also on Rainbow Radio, so tune us in there. Let's see who I got hiding in the background here. I have my wonderful paranormal assistant. She's more paranormal than normal. So, and then I have the wonderful Amanda here. Let me get that out of your face there. Ladies, good evening. How are you? Welcome.
We're here.
We're here.
Today is Bundy, right? Just checking.
Don't remind me.
Well, it's been a couple. I got you go on vacation to relax and unwind and have a good time. Well, somehow I came home and damn near killed myself, and I'm still recovering. I don't know. I think I need another vacation. So Ross wants me to come down to Tampa, so maybe I'll go down there for a while and hide out, see if I can not get hurt. Not like I'll get attacked by an alligator.
I'm a badass.
But you never know.
Don't get too close to the. Is it down near Florida or is it near North Carolina that we found out they have that weird island with the
raccoons?
I don't think it was just raccoons. I feel like there was monkeys there.
Oh, yes, there is an island down there that's just monkeys, and there's also one that's just raccoons.
Was it Florida or was it?
It's Florida, yeah. Because I just actually read a report about a lady that went over to the raccoon island and went to take them like cat food or dog food or something, which is actually bad for them. And they basically, like 50 of them came running out to the boat and jumped on her and the...
They were hungry.
What were you thinking? They saw you coming. Darwin Award. So...
That is the truth.
Well, I will try my best not to spoiler this, but boy, I tell you, this has been, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand.
Well, the stash was slashed, so.
Oh my God, stop.
I'm a badass.
He was my hero.
He's not a badass anymore, Glenn.
No. He got taken out by a soccer mom, so.
Yeah, I love that they put that in the opening. The stash was slashed.
Yeah, I caught that. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And well, let me ask you a question. Now, I've watched Big Brother for, I don't know, at least 15 years. I've never seen them this emotionally invested. We're just on week 9 in each other than I have in other seasons. So I'm wondering, this AI twist or the add to third person, is that what's doing? I mean, they are like at the end of when Hosea got kicked out, they were like crying and weeping. I mean, I know it was a flip. I get that. And that's what we're here for. But why? Why were they that? Is another 24/7?
I didn't expect them to get that upset over him.
No, because they all acted like he was nobody.
Yeah.
He didn't exist. But yeah, they were just weeping openly. And I'm like, okay, guys, I don't understand. And past,
like,
somebody's got to go.
Well, Leah was in there like whimpering.
Yeah.
And
they were really close.
And Quinn
I think she felt like she did it.
Full on bawling like a baby.
Yeah.
She did in a roundabout way when she saved Angela and took her off the block.
Yeah. But then what's his name? Talking about he had no other choice. Let's see.
I'd have to put Joseph up.
Why?
To avoid the backlash. And I don't want to do that. That sucked.
I don't get it.
You had several other options.
Yeah, he couldn't put he didn't want to put Leah up. I can understand that because he's got a thing for her.
And he doesn't want to put up anyone to make Leah mad, which eliminates Cam and Makensy.
Yeah. And that whole Cam and Makensy thing is, I know Leah is, I don't know about MJ. Are they younger than Chelsie? Because I mean, she is like all tore
think
up about
so.
it.
So, yeah,
She's like
Makensy,
all
like-
unheard about it.
just graduated college.
So, I mean, but I understand Rabina's out of the picture because she's with Tucker. Got that check. But I don't think Cam is like trying to be boyfriend, girlfriend, lovey-dovey. I think now maybe him and MJ have gotten a little tight, but I don't get the vibe that they want to like hook up. Do you, or am I
I don't
missing something?
No,
But Chelsie, I think, feels that way.
I think MJ is still going to meet up with Crazy Eyes afterward.
Probably. And I don't
They're
know.
gonna
why.
have
She can have
crazy
her
eye babies.
can have her after showmance.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't see why Chelsea's that been out of shape about it, torqued about it.
Mm-mm.
And then I got to thinking,
Because that's her man.
well, but she's never
She's
told him that.
Friend.
Well, I mean, she's never said that, but she said that from the edits. We see it,
Mhm.
but from being in the house, like it would be me.
I don't know.
dumb guy.
She kind of handed it to him last night.
And they've been talking a lot one-on-one on the live feeds.
Yeah,
Yeah, she kind of laid her I mean, not her feelings towards him, but her feelings towards things last night.
well, there was alcohol involved last night, wasn't there?
Yeah, he even told her she was drunk.
I'm pretty sure last night there was alcohol involved, if I heard correctly. So, because they were talking about, I heard this on another show, so I can't take credit for it, but that they were up in the HOH room dancing, saying, "We've got the power. We've got the power." Talking about MJ Chelsie. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Nice.
I can't report it, but I did hear it on Taryn's show, and he's usually pretty accurate. But it's like, dang. You're right, Rock Solid. All bets are off when alcohol is involved. Good evening, welcome to the chat. So yeah, I don't know, but I didn't see Chelsie and him as a thing, but I don't see MJ and him as a thing either. So
No.
No, I
and I
don't
also
know.
think
It's a weird one.
I think he's smarter than he lets on. I mean, I know he was a football player and got hit in the head a bunch, but I think he's smarter than he's letting on.
Yeah, I think he's hiding
Well,
a lot.
Well, he's quiet and he's in there quiet with everybody, so
Well, as we'll see soon, I got somebody in trouble. So it wasn't Crazy Eyes.
I'm a badass.
It wasn't him either.
well, so and apparently I didn't pay close enough. Granted, I don't recall how much I was drinking last week, but I don't recall. I don't recall them showing that much of Kimo's speech about how heartfelt everybody was about it until last night. So, because then I had seen on X today about where they were saying what he was like the first one that his speech actually got him saved or something.
Yes,
There,
that's correct. First one in Big Brother history, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they're saying.
but so his speech about everything that he brings was what ended up getting to keep him and vote Joseph out. and everybody was really super emotional about him being gone. Like we were saying, Leo was in there boohooing like nobody's business, and so was
Yes.
Quinn. But now Cam is saying that there's going to be a whole new side of him now, because he is super pissed that Chelsie flipped on him.
Yep, she's on the other side of the vote.
So he said that they would be seeing a new Cam playing the game. So then we go into the ding cam.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got a question about something real quick. So Angela said she wouldn't vote with the house, is why she voted Kimo out.
She
Correct?
didn't.
She didn't read the
said
room.
She didn't. Well, she didn't go ask.
That shocker. So, but if she hadn't, it would have been 4-4, correct? And then he would have had to have made it because it was 4-3. So if she hadn't flipped, it would have been 4-4. So then he would have had to have made the decision. That would have made for such better TV.
That would have been better.
Kimo would have been gone, but
then just to
Yeah.
watch him sit there and cry about it again.
I'm a badass.
well, he'd have still been a badass in there. Damn it. Kenny and Angela screwed his whole game up for me. Damn it, Kenny. Still
so then we have I don't know how it worked, as you all watch the live feeds. I don't, but I was it like all throughout the night these videos were popping up for them to watch.
Yeah.
Well, if you noticed, I caught this the second time I watched it with Beth. Joseph was still there when they were watching these. So they must have
so it had been going on
out.
for a while.
Yeah, they must have spread them out over
Yeah.
a period of, I guess, several nights, because there was at least 3 times I saw Joseph in the background on the, what do they call it? The ding camera?
The ding cam. Yeah.
Why did they call it ding? Any idea? Just
like ring.
Hollywood? Yeah, that's probably trademark. They get sued.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Glitter was back. Glitter girl.
There were some definitely late at night though, because they were like, oh.
Yeah, like watching Cam get up to go to go walk in there and watch it. But they had a whole bunch of different weird little, would you call it little
Creepy.
skits that they had to remember?
I like that. It wasn't she wasn't Karen. What was her name? Pam.
Pam from
Yeah.
the HOA.
From the HOA. I thought that was good. You can't have a studio audience in your front yard.
There's slime
good.
ricocheting off your back fence.
What is up with that?
Oh,
Yeah.
The porch pirates selling the Amazon swine.
And I was trying to figure out if there was any reason they were getting 60 pounds of ham and 40 pounds. I was like, wow, I don't understand. I don't know. So we know Ainsley likes pizza.
I'm wondering who they went to apparently. So I feel like that was a competition that was kind of with all I do was tally, because basically once they got into the competition, they had Quinn was reading off like, did this happen before or after Pam from the HOA showed up to blah blah blah. So, and Angela ended up coming dead last on that one with
I
only
know.
4 points. But then it came down finally to MJ, Kimo, Chelsie, and Cam, all with 7 points. And Chelsie ended up winning.
I like.
I feel like
they were talking about it, and Cam was like, "Math's not my strong point."
and
Did he not add a 0? Wasn't there like a little 0 at the very end? He added.
yeah,
So it was like 36,000 or something like that. 360.
I think he ended up putting 36,000, and Kimo I think put like 126,000.
So yeah. Like, good Lord, my math isn't that great, but if you're the
Because I
content-
think it was Rabina that asked Kimo to explain his thought process, and I was just like, I would have been the same way. Like, I don't.
Well, also, that made me think. I wonder if they tell them, or if there's a timer somewhere on the set that says, you started at 0 and it took X amount of time. So, because if you're in there, if you're just locked in the house, you kind of lose track of time. Because they were actually talking about that today on the live feed, because they were up last night discussing this thing that happened today until 5 a.m. their time. But they didn't realize it because they were locked in the house. So
Well, they had to, because it was based on the previous competition, so they had to have known, because I forget who it was said it knew that they had went over 30 minutes.
I think it was Chelsie. I think she said something about,
Yeah.
and so she added like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't tell them how long they're, So it was even longer for Angela because she didn't start it at first. Or no, it was even shorter for her because she didn't start it first.
But upon Chelsea's winning, both Kimo and Quinn were very unsure as to where they stood with her, considering her flipping the vote and him already being up last week. So I liked her thought process though of going into this HOH that, but I mean, it was really the only option she has, of to see like, what people can do for her going forward.
Yeah. Because not only do you need to, now that you're at jury, you've got to manage who you send home, because they're going to vote for you in a few weeks. And whoever goes out first, I think the rule is they're the chief juror or head of the jury or whatever. So.
But she flat out tells Quinn she's not going to put him up. Don't know why. He still would have been a good option. But
Exactly.
I love Angela's attempt to get Cam to put in a good word for her with Chelsie instead of going to talk to her herself
directly. Yeah. Why don't you try the direct approach? Exactly.
And then Angela trying to shame her. Like, it was almost like she was trying to shame Chelsie and then not putting her on the blog.
I've been up here so many times.
Yeah.
I've been prosecuted.
I had to fight for everything.
And my age is starting to be a problem.
Oh, Karen, that's what's wrong.
So she just starts crying again because she's an easy target. And as it was right before it went to commercial for me, she's just sitting there at the kitchen counter moping with a box of mini wheats.
Well, I'm such a little baby. God almighty. She drives me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I had to remember what I wrote for a minute. I was like, what happened? T-Core gets pooped on and wipes it all over Kimo.
Why did she wipe?
I probably would have done the same thing. Like, get that shit off me.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that's a superstition that it's good luck though?
Mhm.
Because it's the phenomenally low odds, especially if you take a direct hit to the head, it's supposedly good luck.
She thought it was gross.
Well, I mean, I can't say I wouldn't either, but
So then Chelsie is going into her planning of basically because all Angela did whenever they went to talk was just you're picking the easy option, blah 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 blah, wah wah, and you know, I feel like Chelsie gave her a pretty darn good pep talk of like, no, you've been saved twice.
she has, twice. She's been saved twice, and she pointed out last season Taylor. I'd have to go back and look, but I think Taylor was up there just as many times or more, and she fought all the way back. Of course, she had a little bit different strategy, sleeping her way to the top, but she still won. So,
wonder the money.
I don't think Chelsie will fall for that.
you don't think Cam will slide in there at the last minute?
No, Cam.
She'd probably let him.
Probably.
I think T-Core does have a good chance of winning this.
I'm hoping that it's like her and Kimo that go to the end.
They've been together this whole time.
Yeah,
they're a non-mans. They're not a showmans. They're a non-mans, but they might as well be a showmans. And that's the other weird thing is the other house guests don't connect it. They don't see it, so it's like a perfect thing. I don't know. I have mixed emotions about her and him getting to the end because he's been nothing but air the whole time. He's won one thing?
He's just kind of following her through this whole thing.
Yep.
Hey, but I mean they both made for some good TV for what week was it? Was it for getting rid of Cedric? Or
the week they flipped.
Yeah.
Because they talked about it for right up to the 11th hour.
Yeah.
They did. They did. That was a great gameplay that still has made a difference.
Everybody.
Which we'll talk about. It did make a difference. We'll talk about that here soon.
Well, and I think that they have been the two which if Quinn wasn't such a sneaky little bastard, he could have been right in there number 3 with him. But they were both smart enough to be like, we just got to have the 5 votes.
Yeah.
We get the 5 people, we're good.
Yeah.
But with Chelsie had a very good point with everything that she said with Angela, but I feel like Angela basically just re-talked herself into being put up by sitting there and crying about it again.
Didn't she in fact say, just go ahead and put me up? I'll win.
Well, after she had already she told Chelsie that she was taking the easy route, and Chelsie had said that, I'm trying to remember the way that she worded it. Basically, I guess that she was the obvious choice to put up, or the only one that was like the safe one for her to put up. And Angela was like, no, that's you totally have other options. It's not just me. But I mean, if she is wanting the easiest option, but I did think that Chelsie was very strategic in like talking to T-Core about putting Kimo up as a pawn, because I mean, I as much as I do enjoy Angela as her bad TV,
Dr.
I mean,
Phil.
they're all going to be getting tired of it. They're way past tired of it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just send her home already.
Like
Yes.
she said, she's ruffled feathers with each one of them that's left in there.
Pretty much.
So,
Ooh, for anyone who likes Cam, he is in the shower right now.
oh well, I'll turn it on.
he was looking good whenever he got angry, whenever he was getting angry earlier on in the episode. But then when him and Chelsie were in there talking, I was like, he's looking a little rough.
Well, you got to wonder if
He's
they don't.
looking just fine in that shower right now.
And here
The
once
wetter, the
again,
better.
here once again, Chelsie was telling Angela the truth, just like Tucker was
Yeah.
last week or the week before. And no, Angela wouldn't hear any part of it.
She's in her own little world.
I mean, part of me doesn't blame her because, I mean, what the game is as a whole, but she's just so not self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
Until she does something, and then she talks about it to herself. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that?
Yes. And then she begs to be saved.
Well, and then for like her to go right after everything to Kimo, and he's just all like, oh yeah, I understand, and he's just like, I see you.
Yep.
I know what you're doing.
I got your number, B.
It's really weird how Angela seems to get close. It's almost like she knows who's going to win the veto. And she gets close with that person right before they get it so they can save her.
Yeah. Wonder if Grodner has anything to do with that. A CBS production assistant that's watching right now. I don't know. I don't think she's a plant for production.
I feel like if anybody would have been the best plant, it would have been Tucker.
Absolutely, because he was a great actor, in addition to player. So yeah, I agree. So
Angela has been on like Dr. Phil and other shows and stuff before too.
Well, and so was Brooklyn.
Game shows. Yeah.
So.
But she was on Dr. Phil because her husband, and she even brought this up the other night on the feeds, her husband has never told their children, they're together, their children, that he loves them.
Oh.
He has never told his own children that he loves them.
Correct. And that's why Dr. Phil was there. And apparently, according to Angela, he still hasn't.
Divorce?
Yeah, especially it's Angela.
Right. After seeing Angela,
this. She's got to be loaded. There's got to be something.
Something's made of gold.
Well, the real estate business has gone downhill in the last year, so.
Well, she's been in there, so she's not made as much money. Yeah, we should Google him and see what he does. He's probably a banker or something. So, well, I don't mean because they got all the money. Insurance people, bankers, lawyers, they're the ones with the money. Politicians. So
it depends on what his ranking position at the bank is.
Well, true. So, yeah, true. They're making cuts there too. So, yeah.
No comment. Anywho, so Chelsie is going over with T-Core the idea of putting Kimo up as a pawn, basically so that everybody will get rid of Angela. and they're going over everything to make sure that basically that he'll have the votes to stay and she'll go. And I don't understand how he is so calm about it.
Kimo, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know
'Cause
that
he's
he's
like-
the type of person that gets mad, though. He doesn't look like he has like that
No.
trait.
No, I mean, I don't think that he would get mad, but I mean, to be like, yeah, we could not do that. You know, you can take your frustration with Leah and put her up with Angela. You know, you could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. Either of them can go home.
He could have pointed out, you could have put those two girls up there after your boy.
And he's not worried about it. He's over here dancing with a pool stick.
He's
Like,
having a gay
he
old
is-
time.
No worries at all.
And that's when you're in trouble in the Big Brother house. Yeah. Well,
Especially if Angela comes off the block.
Pawns go home.
And he
Oh,
said
yeah.
that like 4 times.
Exactly.
And he's still like,
I wonder, he must not be a very good mattress salesman. I mean, because he's not really aggressive, or he never tries to steer the conversation. None that I've ever heard.
It's
He
just-
kinda,
he's just like,
Yeah, I agree. But he is one of the ones that loose lips sink ships. There's 2 of them in that house. Well, it's technically 3 that if you tell him something, it's gone. So
Oh, yeah.
but he's one of them. So
well, I mean, don't tell him anything if you don't want T-Core to know.
oh Lord, yeah. Well, they told him something last night, and he broke the news. So go ahead. We'll get there. Spoilers. I don't want to get too far ahead.
So then as Chelsie is continuing on her one-on-one conversations, or as I put, lack thereof with Leah, she is now contemplating putting her up, but wants Cam's perspective on it. And that's when things start getting a little dicey with the 2 of them, because she is just flat out like, look, if it were to come down to things, you're gonna keep Leah over me. And he's just like, no.
Would I?
He's like, no, I don't know what I've done to make you think that. And she's just like, yeah, you totally would. And
Would he?
I mean, which we don't know what all is going on behind closed doors, so
It's true.
but she's saying, you know, that she has done a whole lot to show him that or no, I'm reading that wrong. I didn't specify. Can't even read my own notes. When they are talking about Leah, Cam is saying that Leah has shown him a lot, that she'll do whatever for her own game and not have his back like Chelsie always does. Whereas before Chelsie is thinking of herself, she's thinking of him. But she doesn't feel Chelsie doesn't feel like she stands a chance if it were to come up between her, MJ, and Leah. She says that she doesn't stand a chance of him keeping her. So I would love to know what the final nail in the coffin was that swayed her to not vote for Leah, because I feel like that would have been an Angela and Leah up there, as you know, Leah just saved her.
Yeah, and she hasn't hit the block. Leah hasn't.
Mhm.
So that to me would have been the easy choice. Well, you haven't done it, so you go. You're the social butterfly. Nobody's going to vote you out, which there's truth to that.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, she, for the nomination ceremony, she chooses Kimo and Angela and says it's that Angela is the obvious choice, but Kimo is just there as a pawn.
Yeah, didn't try and hide it at all. She was like, "Here, we're done with you." Which, if you think about jury management, the next what 7 they send the 7 they send home. That's the jury. So you don't want to piss them off out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That to me was being, like sweeping the broom. We're done with you. I don't get blood on my hands. This is easy. Well, then at the end, if I'm sitting up there, I'd be like, "Oh, so easy, huh?" No. I mean,
Sorry.
that's my way of thinking about it, because this is the portion of the game where they not only have to play their game, their partner's game, whoever they're in a final 2 with, which right now there's 2 3s and a person in the middle, depending on what day of the week it is, who the person in the middle is. So, yeah, you don't want to piss them off. And then there is OTEV.
Doing
Production spends a lot of money on this. A lot of money. It's a huge production. They build this mound. You got to climb up it with a rope, and slime's coming down in a waterfall, and whatever OTEV creature is spitting up and vomiting on you, and they're throwing things at you, and you got to slide down this huge slide, dig through mud and gook to find the correct answer. And so we know who played. Well, I think we know who played in it. Well, we know Chelsie did. We know Makensy did. We know Angela did. We know Kimo did. Who's the other ones that played? Chelsie, Angela, Makensy. Oh, I'm forgetting somebody. Who played? I need to go pull this up. But anyhow, what happens is you slide down. They give you a question. Was glitter girl at the door with glitter when it said 8:30 on the wall? And you got to go down there and you find the right answer, and then you got to climb up while they're throwing things at you, and the waterfall's coming down. It's this huge elaborate production. It's great. It's beautiful. If you're a Big Brother contestant, that's the one there's 2 things you want to be there for. You want to be there for OTEV, and you want to be there for Zingbot, which comes next week when the robot comes in and zings you. Tells all the little things. It's where people get their games really in a bind, because it says smart ass comments to, like, he'll probably say something to Chelsie about how Cam and MJ are a thing just to piss everybody off in the house. It's a zing. It's a smart. It's kind of like what was that guy on Saturday Night Live where he'd come in and he would just randomly just say stupid things. It's a robot that does that. So those are the 2 things you want to be there for. That, and everybody wants to get in jury, because once you're in jury, you're going to get paid the rest of the summer. And you go to the jury house, you get the same things you have there at the house, except you can watch TV. No, you can't watch TV. They give you videos. You can read. You got a pool. You got your own room. It's a mansion, basically. So those are the 2 things you play for. 3, I guess, if you count getting to jury. And this cast, of all the casts, you would have thought, couldn't screw up OTEV, because they've all wanted to be there. But the very first question, which house guests didn't participate in the first HOH contest? Angela was the first HOH. She sent the first person home. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was cheering them on? Cedric. Everybody picked Tucker's tile or card, whatever you want to call it, except for Makensy. MJ. She come up with Cedric. Out of everybody, Angela should have known that one. Out of everyone, she should have known that one.
So crazy.
They said that
That
the
was fast.
competition lasted 5 minutes from start to end. And what happens is it's like, what do you call that game where you ring around and then when the music stops, whoever gets the chair?
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs. Well, each time you go to climb up to get to the top, they take away a rock for you to sit on. So if you don't get a spot, you're automatically eliminated no matter what your answer is. So you got to fight to get up there with each other. It's a great contest. It's a great contest. And they effed it up. Damn it, Kenny.
We'll just blame Angela for that one because she should have known. If anybody.
Yeah. That so many people should have gotten that to continue the game. Like, it was such a basic, easy question. They wanted everybody to get it on that first try.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The questions start off easy. They're softballs. I'm trying to see who played in this.
You know, what they should have just done is just said, screw it, start it all back over and make them do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick again. Let's see. Oh, Veto used Makensy one. Makensy one. I just told you that. Now I want to see who played in the Veto contest. Well, we know that Kimo, Angela, Chelsie, and Makensy did. There was another player. I forget who it was. Gosh darn it! I gotta find this. This is gonna drive me nuts now. I should have looked this up before I came in. Yeah, how did they?
You were too busy trying to find pictures of Leah's hair.
Yes.
Yes. That was
I
cute.
loved it.
It was cute. Yeah, we'll get some pictures to share. Oh, come on. Somewhere's got to be a place that tells the stats. Tell me if it's popping up in the chat because I'm on another screen right now. But
I know I was going to go look at the Facebook page to see if...
It's so silly.
Yeah, I'm going to send you this. This was just as soon as I pulled up my Facebook.
Okay. Oh, where does it tell? Oh my God! Hold on, I gotta go look at this now. You got me inquisitive. Oh yes. His glasses were even fogged. His John Lennon glasses.
And you know, he was looking cute with the little mustache too, and then just he's gotta go looking like that.
And he made a comment tonight on the live
somebody
talking about they won't let him have his electric razor. Yeah, he says I want production to let me have my electric razor before we go live. They won't let him have his electric razor. Like what? Why? Out of all things,
I'll have to send you guys this for us to watch. This is apparently Angela and her husband Chuck through the years.
Oh, yeah, we need that.
I had pulled up some stuff on them here. I was trying to find what he did for a living.
Oh, it doesn't. Big Brother Junkies, you're not helpful. So why can I not find this when I want it? But at any rate, it was funny that they should have known. That's the simplest question. Why is it not on Wikipedia, for God's sakes? You think it'd be on Wikipedia? Well, it's because the episode hasn't aired. That's why. Okay. Well, we know MJ won it, so. Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere. Well.
I mean, look at that face. I miss that face so much.
Hold on.
Look how cute.
I know.
Who played in it? Gosh darn it! It's gonna drive me nuts. No, I don't want ads.
Some 4 hours ago, somebody said, "I can't stand the girls anymore. So sorry, Angela haters. I want to see Angela in final 2 with Cam or Kimo."
Oh my
Stop.
god.
Stop. Please stop. I don't see it, but at any rate, we know that she won. So, yeah, and this electric razor thing. What the? And why an electric razor? What's the deal? I mean, he's
Yeah,
not
that's
like.
a weird one.
But yeah, well, then I heard Cam talking about they wouldn't give him his doctor prescribed sleeping medicine either.
Huh.
But they were up drinking last night till 5 a.m. So that probably could have had something to do with it.
Yeah.
That and the fact that you just I don't understand. How's the first question?
Well, so apparently, oh, I didn't mean to copy that. Apparently Quinn is now up as a replacement nominee.
Yes. So if I'm allowed to talk spoilers now.
Oh.
Yes. So overnight, while there was alcohol involved, Angela has been watching and thinking. And she come up with this idea that Leah is going against her and that she is the one that's running the house. She said that she was getting final whatever with all the guys left and trying to bring in MJ, and they were going to get Chelsie out. That's what they were going to do. And so whether or not these conversations happened, according to Leah, she couldn't sleep. And so her and Quinn are in the same room. So they were just up talking, according to Leah. Well, and I don't know how Angela was in that room because I don't know which room Angela sleeps in. But
I'm pretty sure she sleeps in the kitchen
with her sunglasses on. She knew that it's Leah. Okay, let's just go back a minute here. Tucker tried to help you out.
Why is this coming back to like first eviction of her ruminating on Matt?
Yes.
Granted, he deserved it. He deserved it, but because fuck him.
I didn't really have an opinion on him. I was kind of glad to see him go because I didn't think he'd make good TV. But yeah, she has turned on everybody. She turned on Quinn. She turned on Leah now. She turned on Tucker. I mean, she became a damn rattlesnake to Tucker and cost him the game. And like last night when Chelsie was telling her, I guess it was last night, when telling her the truth about, that Taylor's
you've been saved twice. You've been put up how many times, and you're still here.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason.
And we don't know how.
You're not putting out.
We don't fucking know how, but
how are you here? So
there's so many speculations that CBS has planted her in that house.
Yes, but why her of all people? I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it. But yeah, so hold on. We'll share some of these pictures you sent. So yeah, so the veto comp happened. And of course, like I said, MJ won. And then after she got this in her head, they weren't going to use it. They were just going to let Angela go. But then after Angela got this paranoid thing that may or may not have happened where she talked to everybody that said everybody was against her, including the one that just saved her. And she was trying to get Leah put up to have her saved and Leah put up, which.
So here's a bet we can have going. How long after the show is over before she's admitted?
Well, hell, it may be during. I wish Dr. Phil would come to the show. Good God.
The sad thing is that it sounds like her husband needs more help than her.
Yeah.
Like they both need to go. Is there like a couple they can go to?
They're a match made in heaven, I guess.
Right?
Never tell your kids you love them. I don't understand that, but whatever.
So crazy.
Maybe he had a bad life. growing up.
That's a good way to end up in a home.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
it.
taking him.
That's what I always tell my kids. I gotta be nice to you. You people are picking my nursing home, so
Yes.
I'll end up with one with a bunch of Jamaicans and a dirt floor. I know what'll happen with you guys. So,
Tell my son I love him every day.
yep, I'll be eating cat food and giving stale water out of the sink, toilets.
I told him, I said, when you're an engineer, you can take me out shopping one day and spend all that money on me. When I took him shopping for all of his stuff for his dorm, like that'll be
You
reversed one
remember
day.
this.
Yeah.
I knew my
That's
I
right.
love you, son. I love you. So, yes, I don't know how you don't tell your kids you love them, but
No.
whatever. So, yeah, they both sound a little bit crazy, but yeah, she concocted this
A-
idea.
A little bit.
Okay, well, we can use the word batshit with her. It's,
I'm giving it 2 weeks at max.
okay, but okay, all right. So we're on the outside and we see she's batshit crazy. They know she's ruffled every feather in the house. Why do they believe her? What? How do you?
I don't know how they haven't gotten rid of her already. Just from
Yeah, send her out before Kenny. She should be.
I'd rather listen to him sit there and being grumpy old man in the kitchen.
I don't want to be here, but I'm gonna win. What?
I don't want to be here until I do.
And then I will. If you make me. Yeah, I could have put up with that.
Just send me
much
home.
more. Yeah.
Hey, you just have to keep you have to keep remembering he went home to a far worse punishment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that ride home from the airport where he was trying to be nice, she was having no part of that. You know, as a cop, I'm thinking that's the domestic waiting to happen. He's gonna get throat punched.
Right?
He is gonna, as soon as I get to the house. Yeah, let me show. We know what
If you were
cops
my
like.
husband, I would have been like, you need a second and third job because you owe me $750,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus interest.
You stupid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what he did to win her over to get her to marry him, was get on Big Brother. And then in front of the whole world be a pussy. That's right, Kenny, I'm talking to you.
Wait. What?
That's how they met. Was she followed Big Brother, and so that was their date nights, and then they started watching the show together.
And he pulled that shit?
Yes. No, do you see now why she wants to?
Oh,
Yes.
he is never getting any ass again.
I don't think he did.
Ever.
He might have with Angela if he stayed in there, for God's sakes.
They were getting pretty close.
Well,
She was getting touchy there for a bit.
No, I don't want to see old people do that, but I do have some morals, not many, maybe one, but
Just a lone
moral.
lone straggler.
it depends on the day of the week. So, but yeah. So yeah, that was their thing. He was going to get on the show because they watched together on dating, and that was their thing that brought them together. She was a huge fan of the show. She got him into it and educated him and taught him everything. And then he got in there.
You know how mad as a wife I would be?
I'm a fan and I'm mad. Because there's so many people that wanted that spot.
Just on the car ride home, just so you know. Your stuff is already packed and in the garage.
Oh,
right?
I don't know that I picked him up at the airport. Oh.
Oh my God! You killed Kenny! You
Would-
bastard! Well, I guess you can light a fight on fire, huh?
Wouldn't care. Wouldn't care at all.
Boston Strong.
Strong. That's right. Wouldn't care one bit. Just Kenny. So yeah, see, every week I need a reason to just beat on him, just punch. Oh, he's stupid. So, but
That's really the nail in the coffin there on that one.
yeah, so we're stuck with Angela. A few years ago, well, gosh, I don't know. It's been more than that. It's been 10 years maybe. There was a young lady that was on the show. Her name was Victoria. She never won anything. She was put up on the block every time. And you knew if you got nominated and you were sitting next to Victoria, everybody in the house was sitting your ass packing. She made it to final 3, didn't win a thing. Dumb as a box of rocks.
How?
She was cute, but I mean, she wasn't putting out. She was cute. And she tried to win contests, God love her, but she couldn't. And so, yeah, it was, that was the season that the other cop won, Derek and Cody. Derek, on the other hand, he never got put on the block the entire season. He talked his way out of it every time. He was a good cop. He didn't need to go home and get, so he won. And when it come to the end, it was Cody was his number 2. That was his ride or die. And when it come down to final 3, you knew Victoria wasn't going to win crap. And so at the very end, you make a decision, whoever the winner is of the last competition, who you're bringing to sit against you in the chair against you. Everybody thought it was going to be Victoria.
Well,
everybody thought it was going to be Cody. Everybody thought it was going to be Cody. And he cut Cody right there and brought Victoria, and everybody's like, well, shit, she ain't won nothing the whole season.
His luck, he'd do that and she'd win.
Well, there's another season where Paul, that's where the bitter jury, if you're going to start here, I'm talking about the words bitter jury. Paul did everything. He was not quite Tucker, but he was very aggressive, you knew what he was going to do, and he played the whole house. Made it to the final end, and they gave it to the guy sitting next to him that he had just basically drug with him. That was where the term bitter jury come along. They brought him back the following summer. Exact same thing. Made it through the whole season. They did it to the guy. It's like, so I would love to see Paul come back with Tucker, but Paul, I think, has decided to never go see CBS again. But he made a couple good summers on it, but that was, I think Christine, I think that was the first season she won. And then what was the other guy? The guy that won the second season. I can see his face. Tall guy, bulky guy. He played a good game. He won comps. Christine didn't, but she kind of made her way to the top in a different way. So
Slept her way to the top too.
yeah. And then she ended up marrying, I think, the third one that she finally hooked up with on like the second season. So
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And she just won Reindeer Games, which was the Christmas Big Brother, which I hope they bring back because that was kind of actually entertaining, even though I hated her. So I'm glad. I can't get over what she did to James. So they had this contest where you're sitting basically on a knot on a rope, and they keep dunking you in like wet, cold ice water or slime, and they're twirling you around there. And the contest was whoever's the last one sitting on this knot that's in your butt wins the thing. James had it. He was on it. He was strong. He had it. And she was the last one besides him. And she begged him, oh, please, I won't put you up. I want to see pictures of my family, blah, 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 whatever. And James is like, you promise you won't put me up? Because I don't have pictures. He wasn't married. I don't have pictures of a wife or whatever. And, he's like, he kind of played him. And she's like, won't put you up. Drops. She wins. Puts him up. I can't stand her.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you should go. Some of these things you should go back and watch. Some of the shows like that. Yeah. Yeah. And then Kenny gets there and pusses out, and all these people that wanted to be there. Because I don't know if you guys watched any of the news, but here in Atlanta, they've had open casting for it. It's like several days, and it's been on the news. People, hundreds of thousands of people trying to get on.
And you get that.
I gotta push a button Oh yes, Angela talked her way out of it, weaseled her way out. They used the POV, saved her. She was floating around in the pool today, eating crackers on a pool float. Was like, God, why could the thing snap around your throat and send you to the bottom? I didn't say that. I thought that maybe could be. So, yeah, not a care in the world. So Quinn got totally blindsided, and he's up now.
So it would then have been Chelsea's decision to put him up then, right?
Yeah, she's still the HOH, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so she made the decision.
What was her thought process?
Well, Chelsie thought that it would be best for her game because of the people, of the characters left, there's two camps. There's T-Core, Kimo, and sometimes Leah. Sometimes Leah, sometimes, well, actually, Rubina's in there pretty heavy. And then there's the other side with the two ladies, Cam. And in the middle kind of was Quinn and Leah.
Mm-hmm.
So they were saying her thought process, we have to bust those two up. Why don't you bust the three up? You know what I'm saying? And so that's going to leave Leah in the middle to cling to. And where's she going to go? Oh, she'll go to Cam. And then he'll be able to control how she goes from there. That's her thought process. I mean, I guess in one sense, it kind of makes good gameplay. But those people just voted her friend out.
Yeah.
You know? So if she was going to go, it seems to me, she would go to T-Core and Kimo. But they've won.
Plus, she could be thinking also that she went against Quinn on the last vote. So maybe she should try to get rid of him before he tries to get rid of her.
Could be. But,
I mean, but he's still part of jury now. So
he would be the first juror.
So
yeah, he would be the first juror. Yeah, exactly. So what? Once again,
I really don't think he's necessarily the one you want to piss off.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Now, I mean, he'll have what, 5 weeks to think about it still? No, yeah, about 5 weeks. That's a long time to sit in the house. And for first week, you're by yourself. I mean, you're isolated. There's no one but you that first week. So, because I think the double eviction's coming up, and even then they separate the two so they don't know who was immediately evicted behind them. So that first week you're by yourself. So you have a lot of time to think about this. A lot of time. And yeah, I agree with you. I don't know that that's the right decision. I think that might fall better for somebody like, oh, I don't know, say her. So.
I still think Leah would have been the smart option.
Agree.
I feel like she should have went with the solid plan of, put up Kimo and Angela. Okay, so Angela's off. Then put Leah. You had your reason there.
Yeah. But they see her as the one in the middle. Once they bust the two up, that she's gonna, because she floats, go to them. Now, however, Quinn has been up T-Core and said, hey, I know you don't want to cut your buddy, but you're never going to win this without me. He has been playing her hard. And he's also went around to MJ. He goes, you're very competitive. But Cam, on the other hand, yeah, he's going to cut you for Chelsie.
Mhm.
So, and he went to Rubina. He's like, I know you don't have anybody in this that you're with, but once I'm gone, you're the next Angela. I mean,
That's ballsy.
he's planting seeds.
Wow.
He's planting
Little-
seeds.
Little
He's a
snake in the
weasel.
grass.
He's a weasel. If they send Kimo home and keep him, I will be like, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
You should have sent Angela home weeks ago.
And how everybody isn't together of like, oh, well, he told you this and he told me that, and he
See, I thought I had. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I thought I had. Yeah, here. This is thanks to Big Brother Alliance back from, I can't pronounce her name. You'll have to help me out with it. Yeah, so here's the Alliance, but you can see the lines easier this way. So yeah, see, their theory is Leah's in the middle once they get rid of Quinn, and Angela is just, well, she'll be put up again. So yeah, so once they get rid of Quinn, they see her in the middle to break up this, because this is a duo, yeah. And Leah and Angela, well, Angela just threw
not
Leah
anymore.
under the bus. So yeah, not anymore. So,
I don't know. I don't feel like Leah belongs out there in the middle. I still feel like she is over with MJ, Chelsie. And
Yeah,
Cam.
and then Makensy. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, she's friends with T-Core, Rubina, and Kimo, but she's not as close to them as she is the others, I don't think.
Well,
Especially
she's
Quinn.
not. She's not really super tight with anybody except for like MJ.
Yeah. So see, Quinn could plant that and say Cam's going to split off and go with Chelsie. You need me here. What's Kimo one?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be wrong. He wouldn't be wrong. But Kimo, yeah, like you said, Amanda, he's not a care in the world.
No.
He knows that he's safe, and that's when you're in trouble in Big Brother. But that's also one of his downfalls is he doesn't go save himself. Whereas Angela goes and saves herself in the most dramatic way possible by blowing the entire house up, and they're like, oh, why didn't we see this the whole time? For the past 9 weeks.
The crying constantly didn't tip you off or anything?
And the dark sunglasses sitting in the corner watching you. This is my question. If Quinn and Leah were in the bedroom talking, just while the lights are still on because they don't cut them off till the last person goes to bed. Well, they changed last season. They had some old people that made it far along, and they got grumpy and was throwing things at the speakers, and so they would turn off like one room. But she was the queen. I hated that season. She was the designated winner, and she didn't win. So I'm wondering, did Angela just sit in the corner and stare at those two the entire time? Because they're in the unicorn room. There's only 3 beds. How did she know they had this great conversation for hours?
She probably had her head up to the door again.
Just laying on the floor.
Laying on the floor.
I wouldn't have seen her on the camera upstairs.
Because they were all too busy up there laying in the HOH room with their sunglasses on and everything too.
We got the power. Yeah. So Angela concocted this thing, or maybe it did happen. I don't know. I mean, I do believe that Quinn and Leah are final 2 because Quinn's got a thing for her. But
roll the roll the fan art.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let me go to that.
Where he was
yeah.
on his knees.
Yeah, let me pull that up. That was good. Whoever did that, I hope they do the one of Rabina today in the pool. That one's great. There's a oh gosh, is it a pelican? No, flamingo pool float, and she's got her butt in it, her legs wrapped around the back of it, and her head laying down, and she fell asleep just floating around in the pool. And Cam came out and made it. And I don't know why they let her fall asleep in the pool. It's dangerous. But she was just floating around in the pool asleep. And Cam come out there and was like, she's like a hippo. Look at her. That's what the hippos do.
Aww.
Like, oh my God, that's so wrong. There's a trio. Two of them are on the block.
I love the way that they made Quinn's face. Just the tiny little pursed lips.
Yeah. It fits. It fits. And then that's when he was all down. This was his first loss at HOH. Both HOHs he sucked at.
They made his nipples really weird too.
He does have extraordinary large nipples. Don't ask me how I know that. And yes, that's him and Leah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I'd frame that.
Yeah.
That's true. Because he begged her, remember, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. She did it. And then I had no choice but to put Jose up. What? Yes, you did. You had other choices. You could put anybody up there and they just sent Tico, whatever the hell his name is. They just sent him home. There she is.
I loved that. That was just the perfect way to end it. Just
okay. So do you get the reference to that?
Well,
because
they showed
last
it.
year, Taylor had a bag of chips.
They showed it earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
When they were talking about her.
She had a bag of Lay's chips constantly. She ended up getting a what do you call it? Where you spokesperson for Lay's.
Oh.
It wasn't she tried. It was just she constantly had a bag of Lay's chips, and she was always eating them. So that's what that little dig was. And I was like, ah.
But I just love that.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, so angry. And then her expiration date was today. Oh yeah, did I send this to you? This is the recipe for slop. I found that the other day. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, nice.
Steel
okay,
cut oats. What the hell is steel cut oats?
So no flavor at all.
I mean, I guess vitamins and mineral powder's got to have some kind of flavor.
No.
But what is steel cut oats? I don't even know what that is. But yeah, that's for a week. That's what they finally released it. Now they're allowed to add things to it, and they can bake it, fry it, do whatever they want with it. But that's what it is. Let's see. All right. Well, there's
Steel
the
cut
Tennessee
oats.
here. I think that was all the pictures. Yeah, I guess that was all of them. Oh no! Well, you wanted this wasn't the one of Leah's hair the other night, but she put her hair up. I don't know what you put up, put in your hair to get it to stand up like that, but she's done it several times.
She looks like a.
And see, yeah, and she looked like a Teletubby this last time. And here's the thing: she's gonna be cute right up to the final two, next to Angela. And everybody's going to be like, F you, Angela. Leah, you got it. Hopefully somebody will see in between this, and T-Core is going to have to pull the ripcord at some point in time.
Yeah.
Whether it's final two, or so, she's going to have to at some point. So, that don't even look good.
I bet it tastes like the box it comes in.
I'm not an oatmeal fan, so yeah. I'd eat a pickle before I'd eat that Che. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. Well, I'm just being honest.
At least
I
the
didn't-
pickle has flavor.
Yeah, nothing. Well, it's kind of like grits.
Dang
Grits don't have.
communist.
You have to put lots of cheese or butter or something. Grits, shrimp, hot sauce, but then it's good. But yeah. So that's where we stand right now. Quinn is trying to weasel his way out of this one. Angela's not got a care in the world, and Kimo is flitting around the house as if
Everything's
he's won the
fine.
game. He's won the game already. He's going to final two with Thecor. I don't see it.
I hope so though,
Yeah, I do too.
because that'll be a hell of a showdown.
Hmm.
Like
Well,
the
yeah,
besties,
because-
the besties.
Each competition from here on gets harder. And when it gets down to final three, the last two contests are like almost brutal. And one of them a couple years ago had a young college kid and a professional poker player. And they had them for so long, it was to the point where they were almost going to have to like medically get involved. I mean, it was that close.
Gosh.
Yeah, the last two they had him in freezing cold water up to like their chest for like 3 hours, and they were still hanging.
Oh,
Yeah, the last few contests get brutal. So
I
I
would
don't
think
see-
that would be illegal.
oh no, the early versions of Big Brother in Australia, if you didn't do what Big Brother wanted, they cut off your food. They cut off your water. Oh yeah, and actually in the very first season of Big Brother in America, you had to play a contest to get your food. So you had to fight each other from day one for the food. And let me tell you,
my gosh.
PB&J, when you were on Slop, that was the original Slop, was a godsend when you had to fight to get your frozen pizza. And then they had contests like made these trees, and you had to climb out on your limb and sit there. And of course, they're going to throw things and do this. Well, there were apples that you could reach out and you could get prizes if you could stay on the thing. But there was one big apple in the middle that you could drop and get, and nobody could see you from the way you dropped because you couldn't see each other. And you could go get this apple and you automatically got $5,000, and it was a huge punishment to the house. And they had all talked about weren't going to do it. And Kevin, he was an old guy from New York, kept him around forever. In fact, he was towards the end of it, he's like, I know I'm not going to win this, guys. Just let me go. He dropped first thing, got the apple. Like, screw this, I got this. I can go without eating for a week.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, he was a good player though. He did try and win. I swear he had mafia ties by some of the stories in there. And he had a New York thick accent. Poor guy, afterwards, he ended up having a huge battle with cancer. He did win, but he was great to watch. He was the one that invented the game. You'll see him playing it where they're laying there counting the planes that go over at night when they're bored. So he was the one that is like, that's a 747. That's this and that. Yeah, he was the one, and they kept him around for a while. But at least he was entertaining. He wasn't really aligned with anybody. He never really ruffled any feathers. He was just there, so. But I don't know if I got somewhere I probably had it up here at some point in time, a chart showing where everybody was in the previous games. But I believe at this point, Angela will have had the veto used on her more than any one person in Big Brother history.
Because this will be number 3 for her.
And she's been on the block all but the first week.
Wow.
So we'll see in this upcoming episode, OTEV, and they're going to have a lot of time to fill. What picture are they going to paint? You never know. You see, that's the other thing. It's not necessarily the viewers of our show, but the people who just watch the show on TV. They don't get on Twitter. They don't watch the YouTube. They call them the drive-bys. You know, those are going to be the ones that they're painting a picture for. So we'll see what kind of picture they're painting. They can't paint Angela any crazier than she already is.
I don't know.
Come on, you're sitting down there reading a box of Cheerios by yourself, or whatever that was, by yourself reading the box.
She could start talking to some voices in her head.
Yeah, if you don't keep.
She'll start seeing Lisa outside
through one of the windows.
That would be great.
She's in there.
She's coming back. So I almost wish Lisa had
let people just start sprinkling her glitter everywhere just to start.
Yes.
Yeah, it would production. That's out in the backyard.
In my head today, I call Lisa a twit. It's just that twit.
Oh, but I didn't call people names. Not me.
Twit.
I didn't call.
I've literally been through the ringer in here, and a lot of it's been my own fault.
Yes. You're crazy.
Quinn said I called him a narcissist, a liar, and an idiot. And
yes, you did.
I did.
Big mouth. Mm-hmm. She wasn't lying though.
Well, it was in the DR. She does deserve it. And she tells herself that every time.
And I know better than that.
Oh, but then she goes and
I don't want to make him feel bad.
I
I
do
do wear my heart on my sleeve, and I do call things out. And I don't want to be mean.
What?
A little bit taken back. Sorry, I don't want to cry.
That's okay. I say
normally they
crazy eyes.
All she's done is cry and call people names.
Call me a twit. Well, you are. After somebody
But you are.
and defamation, it's a little hard right now to go out that way.
What is she going to say about Leah?
I'm so sorry, Quinn.
No, it's okay.
Leah's never called her a name before. But my boy told it right.
I mean, to be honest with you, Angela, I'm not the one you got to convince.
I know, but I think he values your opinion just as I do.
Angela, I don't know why you're coming to me, but if you want the truth, then I'll give it to you.
I feel like people are a little worried that you could blow up their game. It's one thing if you've maybe blown up on somebody one time. Unfortunately, Angela, it's just a pattern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been like every time.
Honestly, Angela, I don't see a way for you. Like to be quite frank.
No hope.
Anyways, I'm amazed. You're
No
still
hope.
here.
I'm amazed you're still here.
That's all I really
We all are.
I'm a badass.
No.
He was honest.
You're a badass.
We're
sitting
not-
at home
we're not-
now, Joseph.
And we're not gonna get any more of that.
No. And to be honest, Angela, I don't see how you're still here. Everybody on the
I don't
outside.
see- I don't see a way. I don't see a way for you.
Yeah.
I'll just put you out of your misery now.
Why are you coming to me? I'm not on the block. Oh crap! I'm on the block.
No, it's like the same shit she was doing with Cam.
Is it Tucker? So yeah, but she hasn't called Leah any names, and Leah is like the
Yet.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen the feed yet. So Leah, aside from Kimo,
It's Timo.
Timo
There we go.
is the most laid back. I mean, Cam's pretty laid back too, but Leah's really so yeah, she lost her crap on her, and apparently we're gonna see it.
I'm surprised she hasn't like thrown out like a dumb blonde joke yet or not.
Well, she probably don't know you because she's a dumb blonde. So not an Angela fan. At this point, I don't know. Who am I? Well, my guy Jose is out. I thought Leo would be drugged to final 3. At this point, I could see her going past that.
I hope Rabina does out of spite for Tucker.
Yeah.
Yes. I wouldn't mind seeing Rabina and Leah in final 2. I don't know that that's possible. I don't know. See if there's a way forward for it. And T-Core's got to cut the cord with Kimo. If that doesn't happen this week, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah. I think it'll come down to Rubina and Chelsie or Rubina and T-Core.
See, I almost feel like it would be like Rabina and MJ.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're both athletic. And to get towards
Yeah.
these next few comps, they're going to have to be athletic. So it's possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So we will find out Wednesday. They have a lot of TV to fill, apparently. There's probably going to be some hate in there from production showing things that are evil towards every one of them.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
And let's be honest, if you're in a house for 24 hours with people you don't know to start with and cameras on, eventually you're going to say something stupid, and they have it on film. And you just made them very angry.
It'll just be a full compilation of all the stupid shit they've all said.
Could be. Maybe that's why they won't give Quinn his electric razor. I don't understand why they wouldn't give the man his electric razor. So I don't know. I need a razor.
Watch, it'll just be him complaining about that like through the whole show Wednesday.
Yeah.
And crying.
I'm sure that he's got some big old horse tears. They milk that for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But if he saves himself, if Quinn saves himself, I could see him going further. And
he's a little snake.
I think they're starting to realize that, and they're going to try to get him out of there.
But they believe Angela. So what's the difference?
Oh, I think maybe they'll see through it.
How have they not already, though?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, we'll count the votes here real quick. Let me pull up my thing so I know who all is left in the house. So, good Lord, where'd it go? I know I got it here somewhere. Well, no, maybe I don't. All right. Well, so we know. Oh, that wasn't the right button. Huh? Hell, are we still broadcasting?
Yes, we're still good.
Okay. I don't even know what the hell button I just pushed. So T-Core's not going to vote for Kimo to go. Rabina probably won't.
Mm-mm.
Cam won't.
Mm-mm. I don't know what Cam will choose.
At least, well, MJ and Rabina, that's the only 2 other votes, right? No. Yeah, that's the only 2 other votes.
Because Kimo will have T-Core and Rabina.
Yeah. For sure. So he's got to convince Cam or MJ and Leah.
He might have MJ again.
If she comes to her senses, yeah.
With Cam, I don't know.
Well, Cam can see it. See, that's the other thing I thought about. Well, I think I said this last week or the week before. Cam could be playing this game where he wants to get it down to where it's just women in the house. And then I'm not saying that MJ isn't athletic and can't compete, nor Rabina. But a man against a woman in any competition, unless it's a really fair competition, it's going to be tough to pull off. So
T-Core is very persuasive. I don't see Kimo going anywhere.
Just got to pull the cord sometime.
I don't think it'll be now.
They've been
but
the whole time.
Okay, how about this? He made it to jury. He got to prove his point, which, whatever. as your first juror, we ease you into it because you were okay with just making it to jury. They could sell that to him and him be like, well, yeah, maybe. He'd be a good first juror, head juror. Better than an angry Quinn.
Yeah. But I highly doubt that anybody's going to be looking at it that way.
Agreed. Oh, mercy. All right, so what do we got coming up? We got Wednesday, the paranormal guys. You young ladies are going to be there with me then, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
We have...
Hopefully we're being serenaded.
Yes, Kat. She sent me an email today with some of her stuff. And then she's a great musician, young lady. And then we have your friend Jason, who's a great artist. So it's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too.
Is he cute?
I don't know.
You'll have to wait and see.
Damn it.
Can't see.
I have him as a friend on Facebook.
Kim's like,
you can look him up.
16 years old. I can't say anything. So, no, I don't know. She's probably old, but she's old enough to travel alone, however old the hell that is. But yeah, so.
I think Jason's my age.
It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it. And then on Friday, we have a Great and Guardian gang this week. We have an author. And then, Cheyenne, have you got any plans for Misfits yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Well, all right.
It's Monday.
I know. Well, it could be the theme of it. Why do Mondays suck? Yeah,
I'm gonna need to buy some more wine.
We're going to have to start a wine fund for you.
Oh, gosh.
You know where to find my Venmo.
I can't make an alcoholic out of you. You're too young. So. And besides, somehow it would be my fault. I'll blame Kenny. Well, yeah. Still bitter. Sorry, I'm bitter. Well, ladies, it was a great show. We rambled on longer than I thought we were going to, but I don't even know that it matters if we care who's going to win Big Brother, right?
No, we're just enjoying.
That's a nice beard.
Please remember to hit the thumbs up button, like, follow, and subscribe. Come back Wednesday for the beard. Or the hot young lady. One or the other. Won't be me. I'm the old guy with no morals, apparently.
One moral. You've got it. It's there.
We'll find out what it is Saturday.